Hello, Rabino. Hello. I'm off to the toilets. I'll be back in a minute or two, and we'll be starting the PowerPoint then. So I will be back like in 2 minutes. We can start at half. So I'm taking a sip. Then we will start. So hello everybody and welcome to another patch rundown. Patch 6.3 was released on Sunday, and there are a lot of changes. It's under the theme very important Pokemon, so we already can see a few Pokemons here on the slide that will be featured. But that's not all of them. There are a lot of them. And we start with the new Pokemons actually this time. So let's get into it. So first of all, a new Pokemon is a new regional form for Padado. So Padado normally evolves into Lilligant in every region, except of fighting regions. And human regions maybe? I don't know that. But I think fighting regions. It evolves into his own Lilligant, which has Victory Dance instead of Aromatherapy, and has a higher attack stats, but is less tankier. And has a bit more speed, so it's more offensive. And Victory Dance does that when casting the ability, Lilligant raises its attack and defense by 3, and its speed by 10. So it gets stronger, like it's a better bulk up basically. So it gets stronger while the fight goes on. So it's a very nice scaling Pokemon into physical teams. So this Pokemon could be decent into other fighting teams or into physical teams like Dark, for example, or like Fossil or so on. So Lilligant is a decent physical attacker. So the next one is a brand new Pokemon. It's Esper. Esper is wild, psychic, and field. And it will evolve into either Meowstic male and Meowstic female, based on the what it gets, if it's field or psychic. Like it's the dominant, if your dominant synergy is field or psychic. So if your dominant synergy is field, it evolves into Meowstic male, and its second trait will be field in this case. And if your dominant synergy is psychic, it will be Meowstic female. And what can Esper do even? Like it has a lot of speed, so it's a meaty speedy guy. It has the ability to reflect. For 2 seconds, whenever the user received physical damage, block the damage and reflect 50% physical damage to the attacker. So it's similar to Wobbuffet. Or it's the same ability as Wobbuffet. I don't know, but it's similar to Wobbuffet's ability, I think. That's only good against physical damage, so it's a physical counter. So it's a good matchup into physical teams like Wild, Dark, Fighting, Fossil, or so on and so forth. And also Field, maybe. So, and Meowstic has a new ability. It's stored power, d20 special damage to targets. The more the user's stats are raised, the greater the damage. So the more stats Meowstic got, like Meowstic Male has, through like Wild buff, Field buffs, or Psychic buffs, or like items, it deals more damage. So I think it gets 20 damage per like stat that is boosted. So it gets 20 extra damage for attack, 20 for speed, dev, 20 for defense, 20 for special defense, and 20 for ability power. So overall it can get up to 100 bonus. Meowstic has the same ability as Esper, and it's very nice. It's still pretty nice. It has the same stats as the male part. It's very perfect fit for Stantler, for example. So this could be a very good, very nice thing. And also, I think it makes Wild Psychic a viable strategy. Also, Psychic Field is a more viable strategy now. So there's a lot of things you can cook with it. Also, it makes Wild able to splash in some Field and like Wild. So Psychic even has more opportunities to play more AD heavy stuff into their teams, or have like a physical counter. Well, that's very, very nice. Next thing is Gossiflur. Gossiflur is a Flora Sound Pokemon, and it has the ability Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard does like it creates a protective barrier around the user, granting 15 shields and 3 defense, and throwing cotton balls in the 3 cells in front. The cotton remains on the field, causing sleep for 1 second to any Pokemon that walks on it. So it's a great defensive Pokemon for Sound and Flora. I can imagine this being pretty decent. It has decent stats for an uncommon unit. Its ability is pretty nice. It also is, again, Pokemon that gets defense, so it's, again, count good unit against physical teams. And it also gives you some CC, like 1 second sleeps. It's pretty nice, especially if you have like something like cottons on the ground, so Pokemon walk into. So it's not direct CC, but it lays on the ground a bit. So that's very, very nice. So that's the next uncommon Pokemons are new kittens, or rather dogs, or like a dog. It's Glameow and Skitty. Glameow is normal dark and has the Swagger ability. Swagger, like in the game, it increases, like it ranges the opponent, so it increases the attack value, but also gives confusion. And Glameow also has like a very high speed stat, so this guy is quick. And also, it's pretty decent statted, so it can hit hard in certain like teams. Then we have Skitty. Skitty is also normal, it's fairy and it's field, so there's another fairy field unit now to pair with your Snubble. So that's nice, I think. I like that very much, that we have a fairy field access naturally now. If both are picked, the ad picks, of course. Skitty is a very slow Pokemon, but it has a pretty decent, like, potentially very good ability. Its Disarming Voice, it infatuates every enemy in 1 or 2 tiles around it for 1 second. So it's very, very nice. It's like, it's a 1 second AoE CC around Skitty. And that can be very scary. I think the fairy gourmet Pokemon, like one fairy gourmet Pokemon has a similar ability. But yeah. But also it's paired not only with Gramble but also Fido. But yeah. So you have more access to fairy fields. Or you can slot in field into fairy, which is nice. Also, a normal fairy is even easier to access here with those Pokemons. Thank you for the follow, Emvium. Nice. What is it called? Anagram. So you can read it from back and forth. No, anagram is if you switch the like, was it anagram? Was anagram when you switch the letters and it's another word? I don't know. But like, I mean, nice word you can read from left to right and right to left. A nice name. The next Pokemon, Minccino. Minccino is a normal field and sound Pokemon. It's again a very quick Pokemon. It has a lot of speed. And its ability is Encore. Do we want more? Hooking Roar. Casts the last ability used by an ally. So it casts the last ability that was used by a Pokemon in your team. So you want other Pokemons to be quicker in their ability casts than Minccino, because otherwise your first ability cast with Minccino will do nothing. But this is normally no problem, because you will have a Pokemon, especially in sounds, you will have a Pokemon with some mana items that will cast before a Minccino. So yeah, also another normal field Pokemon means can easily play a normal field nowadays, which is kind of nice. I mean, also basically every second Pokemon is normal field Pokemon in the base games, or could fit into this category. But I think Minccino can be a very scary Pokemon, especially in sound comms. So you should be very, very careful about it. Oh yeah, it's a palindrome. Yeah, palindrome was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Smithy. Now we get to the rare Pokemon. The new addition is Surskit. It's a bug aquatic Pokemon with the Aqua Jet ability. Which is like, Surskit isn't anything special, even though Aqua Jet is a very nice ability. But the good thing about Surskit is it evolves into Masquerain. And Masquerain can be a menace. It has the ability Silverwind. And Silverwind is basically Aqua Jet plus Quiver Dance. I think it was Quiver Dance, but it's just Aqua Jet plus a stat boost to everything. To like you get 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 special defense, 10 ability power, and 10 speed. So Masquerain is a menace. It's a menace. It's very, very scary. And I think especially in comps like Aquatic, where you like survive it for a long time, or flying, it can survive for a long time and cast a lot of abilities. This Pokemon can be very, very scary. Especially because it's like 2-range Pokemon. So it can dash through everything and then goes into safety with the flying. It's also pretty tanky. So Masquerain can be a real menace. And I'm curious to see how good Masquerain will be itemized in a proper way. And if people can cook with it. But maybe I'm overestimating it a bit. So now the epic Pokemons. Girafarik. And Girafarik is another normal field Pokemon with Psychic. So, as you can see, normal and Psychic and Fields are having the day of their lives, because they, like the synergies, are having the best day of their life. They get everything. It's so much, so many ad picks and utility units for specific scenarios and so on. So you can really cook with these synergies a lot. So Girafarik is a very slow Pokemon, decently statted, and it has the ability Twin Beam. It fires out 2 beams that hit the furthest enemy, dealing 30 special damage to all enemies in a line. So it deals twice 30 damage to all Pokemon in a line. This means it triggers every on ability or on damage triggered twice. So like a Pokenomicon, a punching glove, for example, a protective pad, crits. So will be calculated for each. So if the first crits, the second will not crit necessarily, or vice versa, and so on and so forth. So each beam will trigger on damage hit. Trigger. So very, very nice. I like it very much. Oh yeah, and also Girafarik and Farigiraf are palindromes. That's true. Those are very those are very classic palindromes. Even though I like the name Girafarik more than the name Farigiraf, because I think this sounds stupid. Now we go to the next Psychic Field Pokemon, Stantler. It's wild Psychic Field, and now gets its evolution Verdier. It keeps Psyshield Badge as the ability, and when Stantler evolves, it gets a bit AD, a bit tankiness, a lot of HP, but loses speed. That is something you have to keep in mind. It's still always better to evolve Verdier, but it will lose some speed. It will be slower. But also, the way Stantler evolves is that you change your region. So you can, if you want to, not evolve Stantler. But I would recommend doing it because it's more stats. And more stats means better Pokemon. And especially if you play it in Wild or Psychic. I mean, even if you play it in Field, the 10 speed loss doesn't matter because it gets so much speed anyway through the Field synergy. So it's a very, very nice change. It does make Stantler also a better unit in the late game than it was before. So that's very, very nice. Also, yeah, something that's mentioned in chat is there's a targeting change that I will talk about later. And that targeting change is also a huge buff because instead of switching targets from time to time, like switching the aggro from a Pokemon, of a Pokemon. Wordier will keep aggro on the Pokemon, and also the Pokemons will keep aggro on Wordier when it dashes and keeps its protect. So it will disrupt opponent Pokemons easier and better. So that's also a nice change. The same goes for Surskit with Aqua Jet and Masquerain with its Silverwind and so on. So every dasher gets with this aggro target change the buff. But I will talk about it later. And there's Indi, male and female. Those are the ones I will talk first about. So Indi, first of all, male. After you, it has the after you ability, not ability, after you, no ability, yeah. It gives 15 PP and 10 speed, buff to the strongest closest ally. This knife is just a carry enhancer, or it buffs itself. Oh no, it doesn't buff itself, does it? It says closest ally. Oh, it does cost buffs itself, yeah. It has decent speed, has good attack, isn't very tanky, but it's a 2-range unit, so it's fine. Then we have the other Indi. It has the ability Follow Me. It jumps to a free cell far away and gains 40 shield. Enemies that were targeting the user gets infatuated for 3 seconds. So Indi is like a very good CC tool. So you want Indi to be a frontliner. Even though it has 2 range, I think Indi is better as a frontline unit. So you put it as a solo frontliner, maybe. Make it pretty tanky, so and then it will jump far away. Cast like CCs a lot of Pokemons, and your backline can carry the fight, while your other Pokemons can carry the fight. So yeah. Then we have Screamtail. Screamtail is Psychic, Fairy, Sound. That's a scary type combination. Because Sound loves Psychic and loves Fairy in its team, like in synergies. So Screamtail is very, very scary with its synergies. It is very tanky, it is hard hitting, it has a lot of speed. This is crazy. And Screamtail has the ability Boom Burst. It deals 60 special damage to all adjacent units, including allies, and causing flinch. So it has like a lot of stats. Has an AoE ability, also damaging its allies, but also it's like CC, so it doesn't matter. Like if you have only Screamtail fighting for you, that's enough. And Screamtail seems to look like a very, very scary Pokemon. And I'm seeing right now that people are already calling for a nerf for Screamtail. And we will see if this call will be heard, if it really needs a nerf, or if it's just like a patch day 1 to outrage. But we will see. But Screamtail seems to be very, very scary. So, to the next one, the legendaries. We get the legendaries. I think they are called the Loyal Trio or something. They are the legendaries from Scarlet and Violet, the DLC, I think. So first of all, we got Okidogi, one of the stupidest name in Pokemon. It's a poison fighting wild Pokemon. It is a very high-hitting, bulky unit. It has the ability Chain Crazed, which self-inflicts poison for 3 seconds and gain 15 attack, 10 defense, and 20 speed. So just slap a Fluffy Tail or an Assault Vest on it, and everything is fine. It just gets a massive stat boost. So Okidogi seems pretty, like a pretty hard-hitting and potentially scary unit. Especially, I think, in fighting and wild, and not so much in poison. But, I mean, poison can always use a good frontliner, so maybe it is also pretty scary there. But we have to see. Then we get Pheasant Deputy. Also a stupid name. It's poison, fairy, sound. So sound gets another legendary Pokemon to pick from. Very nice. It's a 2-range Pokemon with a good amount of speed and good amount of AD. And its ability is Disarming Voice also. But it's Disarming Voice in a 3 tile radius. So it's basically every opponent. And also it scales with AP. I didn't mention it before, but it scales with AP. And CC that scales with AP is always scary and never a good idea, I think. It's never ever a good idea. We saw it with Vanillish last patch, because the Freeze had an AP scaling. And I think this is also a bad idea. But we have to see how bad this will be. Especially on an 80 PP ability. Yeah, this is a scary Pheasant the Pity. And then there's Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory has the best name of all of these 3. It's Poison, Psychic, and Human. So a huge Pokemon from Psychic Human, I think. The target, its ability is Mind Bend. The target is possessed for 2 seconds. If Rune Protect or already possessed, deal 100 damage instead. So again, CC with AP scaling, very, very bad. I don't like it. And Possess is basically, it will be later, there will be a picture of it later on and an explanation, but basically Possessed is a status inflicted on opponents, making the opponent fight for your team. And this is scary. So you can basically possess an opponent's carry, and this carry will fight for you for 2 seconds in this case. But if you give your Monkey Dory like a Wildlands with Assault you can just possess everyone for free. Forever. This is pretty scary. And I'm reading like that many people are already upset with it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't need Solyu because it's Psychic. Yeah, you can just make a choice spec on it. Yeah, it's Psychic, so just put a choice spec on it. And it's GG's. Yeah. CC with AP scaling, never a fan of it. Will always be OP. Yeah, we have to see. And also it's a very high-hitting attack ability otherwise. So, and then there's another new Pokemon. It's a special Pokemon. It's Surfing Pikachu. Surfing Pikachu only appears at Aquatic 8 at the first wave. And Surfing Pikachu has very nice stats. It's a very cute Pokemon. It's electric aquatic fairy, so when you have Aquatic 8 and the Surfing Pikachu joins you, it benefits from electric and fairy as well. But you most likely will not have electric or fairy have activated them in Aquatic 8. But yeah, you never know which stones you get. Surfing Pikachu has the ability, as each wave approaches, Surfing Pikachu feels motivated, which fills up his PP bar. So when the wave comes, every 8 seconds, after Pikachu when Pikachu is on the board, whenever a new wave comes, it fills its PP bar, so it casts its ability in an instant. And it has the ability Surf, which is already in HM in the game, so it will deal a good amount of damage. I already played it, so if you want to see Surfing Pikachu, there's a video on my channel. And Surfing Pikachu seems decent. It's not like crazy or something, but it seems decent. It deals like around 100 to 200 damage per round, per fight, and tanks a bit. So, and it's like a good distraction. Yeah, nothing special, but even though it's a special Pokemon, but it's pretty nice. Now we get to the changes to Pokemon and abilities. First of all, the common Pokemons. There's a nerf to the Chimchar line. Chimchar in Monferno will have less defense and special defense, which is fine. Chimchar in Monferno can be menaces, so to get to nerf the early game and punish if you reroll for those Pokemons and have like a lesser health pool potentially to balance out the strength of Infernape. That's a good change. Kakuna gets nerfed, it has less speed. That's fine. I guess Kakuna's slow, so it has less speed. Retaliate, the ability of Lillipup and the TM you can get from human, is buffed again. Now it deals 150% of the user's attack per fallen ally. Maybe this will make the ability kinda desirable on high AD Pokemons, but we will see. Probably not, but yeah. Always nice to give Lillipup a little bit of a buff. So now we change to uncommon Pokemon's Piplup, and its line has their attack buffed by quite a bit, like 1, 3, and 4. So it's actually good to evolve Piplup into Prinplup now, because of the ability Metal Claw, which deals true damage based on your AD. So having a higher AD stats does buff the ability, making Piplup stronger. Or does it deal true damage? I don't know, but it's with AD, so it's very good. It's very nice. Good buff. Makes Piplup more desirable for steel or ice or water teams. Horsey line is also buffed, just a little bit. So Seadra gets 1 more AD, and Seadra King gets 3, which also means that its ability does more damage because the ability Whirlpool scales with 80, so that's very nice. Igglybuff has its typing changed from normal sound baby to normal fairy baby. When it evolves into Jigglypuff, it's still a normal sound fairy, or normal fairy sound. So this just is a consistency hit to sound a little bit, because of all the new sound Pokemons you have now in the pool, like in the ad picks and regional picks and so on. So that you cannot escalate that early on with your sound teams. So that sound is a bit more of a mid-game to late-game comp and not like an early-game thing. That's a nice change. Also, it makes early fairy better. I don't know if early fairy needed to be better, but it is now. Also, it makes baby fairy boards stronger, actually. Can have baby fairy, like can have baby 5 fairy 4 if you're interested, easily. Hisun Zorua is no longer in normal regions and only in ghost regions, which is fine. Doesn't change much in its usage. Bidoof is no longer a wild Pokemon. It is now an additional pick. So its stats are increased by a bit. And it got a new ability, Super Fang. It deals 25% of the target's max HP as true damage. That's very nice. It mirrors the Super Fang ability of the game. I think it's a pretty strong ability. And it's better than Bidoof's ability before. I think Bidoof's ability before was that it deals some damage and extra damage against grass Pokemons. So Bidoof was kinda meh. But yeah, so it's now, Bidoof is now only a normal aquatic with a good ability and better stats. So pretty nice. Mime Jr. is now an uncommon unit instead of a rare. Again, strengthening, it gives early access to, or more access to babies in your ad picks, early ad picks. So that's pretty nice. And we got Smooching buffs. It just gets a small buff in special defense. Pretty nice. Capsicid line is a little bit nerfed here because Capsicid's ability is pretty strong. Metronome, the ability of Clever is changed. Luck now increases the chance to use a stronger ability, so giving Clever a lucky egg does make it roll better abilities, which is nice. Which I don't know which counts as a strong ability and what is a weak ability. I don't know if it's based on stats or if it's from a unique and legendary or so on and so forth, but yeah, it should be better on average still with a lucky egg now. Suction heal, I think it should be suction heal by Dynamo. The healing has no AP scaling and the PP is lowered, so it will cast its ability more often, but the healing cannot be increased anymore, which is a nerf to carry Dynamo, which could be from time to time very toxic to play against because it was very tanky, had a lot of healing, and was like an unkillable tank. So that's a nice change. Let me drink. So now changes to the rare Pokemon. Obstruct ability of Obstagoon was changed. The protect duration is now 2 at all tiers. And the PP of is lowered by Obstagoon. So that's a nice change. I mean, it's a nerf for like the duration for Obstagoon, but it gets its ability out quicker. So this is pretty nice. I think overall it's nice to have it cast quicker, even though the duration is lowered a bit. I mean, it's lowered by a second, but it's fine. Waterfall is buffed. It's in TM and the ability of Seeking. It just gets more shielding. And I think it needs more shielding because Waterfall is very underwhelming. It doesn't make your it didn't make your units very tanky, but now it might be better. I'm optimistic that maybe Waterfall. Maybe I will consider using Waterfall now. Maybe. Yanma is nerfed. It only gains 1 speed per second now instead of 2. So it's half the speed that it gains per second. Which makes Yanma less of a hyper carry in late game. But I think Yanma is still pretty good. I mean, you can still play Yanma. It's still very good. It's just not like that menace that it was before. The Trapinch line was changed a little bit. HP on Trapinch is lowered. The HP on Lygon is increased. And the def and special def on Trapinch and Vibrava is also lowered. So that's overall a nerf. Because you most of the times only lose Trapinch and Vibrava. So overall it's a nerf. I mean, Vibrava and Trapinch were like very, very good units. Like Vibrava was a very tanky unit and basically stable in every dragon team. And a very easily play, and the units you want to play in Bug, you want in Dragon, because in grounds, because you can play in grounds Gabites, Vibrava, and then a first dragon. Sometimes it's your legendary, sometimes it's just a bag on for extra monster. So it makes Vibrava less of an auto include in the teams. And also a consideration to like maybe leave out, especially in Dragon. Now the change that I'm most stoked about, Vanillite's change. Vanillite gets a bit more attack on all stages, which is fine. And the freeze duration, base freeze duration is increased from 2 to 3, which is a buff. But there's no AP scaling anymore on the CC. The freeze has no AP scaling. So you cannot be frozen for an eternity anymore, which is very nice. I like this change. This is how it's supposed to be. No AP scaling on CC. Unless the CC starts at 1 second, maybe. Maybe then you can consider it, but even then it's too good. Even then it's way too good. So no AP scaling on CC is very, very nice. Thumbs up. And there's Natu. It's now a rare Pokemon. So it's a rare ad pick now, and its stats was like were adjusted accordingly. So yeah. Nothing to say about this. I mean, it's a psychic flying Pokemon. It's fine. It's a fine unit, but yeah, we will see. So let me drink again. So, changes to the epic Pokemons. Cherim Sunlight is now a tier 3 Pokemon, adjusted, and stats are adjusted. So you now have Cherim as tier 2, and then Cherim Sunlight as the tier 3. So if Cherim is gets light, I think it's either under the sun or on the light spot or something, then it's a tier 3 unit now. And has higher stats and is a better unit. So it has more healing on its ability and everything else. So it's very, very nice. And it's even more worth to use this Pokemon now. So very nice change. Sorry. Drowsy's Dream Eater ability is also buffed. So if no enemy Pokemon suffers from sleep, put the target to sleep for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Scaling with AP. It seems like and regain all PP. So if Drowsy puts everyone to sleep, it casts its ability, puts someone to sleep, gets PP back, and casts its ability again in an instant, and eats their brain. I mean, their dreams. So Drowsy is basically double casting all the time. So if you have like the possibility to somehow play Drowsy in a sounds team, this is maybe an option. To give Drowsy Metronome and have it cast twice in an instant. Easy stacks, I guess. And nice CC. So there are more changes. Slack Off line has got a couple changes. First of all, Slack Off heals 30%, like the ability Slack Off. Heals 30% max HP at all tiers. And the AP scaling is now 1 instead of half. And the sleep duration is reduced to only 3 seconds. A massive buff. Slack Off should be better with this. Slack Off should feel better, especially with the other changes. Because Vigoroth gets the passive that it's immune to sleep. And Slacking gets the passive that after waking up, after falling asleep, it gets enraged status for 3 seconds. So it goes to sleep, comes back up, and smacks everyone. So Slacking can be a menace. Or you can have just Vigoroth, healing 30% max HP every time it casts its ability because it cannot fall asleep. So having a Vigoroth in your normal or in your fields team is actually pretty nice now. Because it's a very tanky unit. With a lot of sustain now. And a good amount of damage. The Skorupi line is a bit nerfed, it was a bit too tanky, I guess. So it gets taken off some HP. And Gallade's ability gets a small buff. Which is also fine. I mean, it is very hard to get to Gallade, so Gallade should be a hard-hitting unit, so that's nice. Now we get to change to all the Ultra Pokemons. There are so many changes. The change is Conkeldurr spawns instead of 1 pillar, 2. This sounds like not that much of a change, but it's crazy. If you get to Conkeldurr, having 2 pillars spawned is massive. Because now you have like 1 pillar for disruption for the target, like against flying or against Charizard and so on. And also like your second pillar can be used for the ability cast or something. So it's very, very nice. Or you can just use both as dummies in the front line to tank or so on. So there is a lot of stuff you can do with 2 pillars that you can't do with 1. So Conkeldurr is actually a good unit. So yeah. And then we get to the changes to all the unique Pokemons. There are a lot of changes to unique Pokemons. So first of all, Plusle and Minun get nerfed. They lose Force Speed. The poor guys. But also their ability is changed. So if Plusle and Minun are alone, they only deal half the damage to adjacent enemies. That's a good nerf to their damage. So you cannot play one of them as your main carry and the other one just to be the guy who dies. You need both of them to actually deal damage now. And that is how it's supposed to be, because Plusle and Minun are like the OG tech team in Pokemon. So they are basically made for duo battles. So there should be a good duo, and very bad and weak as a single pair. Like a single pair, as a single person, a Pokemon. Mach Punch is buffed, the ability of Kapfu and Tyrogue. It has 10 more special damage. So Kapfu can get quicker to its dark form. Maybe, hopefully. But also, talking about the dark form, Wicked Blow, Urshifu single, it's the Urshifu single strike one, so the dark one. It loses 20 true damage. So it's less damaging. Like it's a fourth of the damage it loses. So it's a big chunk of damage it loses, but it was also very, very strong. But now that it's easier to get to, that's a nice nerf. And Surging Strikes, so the water Urshifu, has now a 200 milliseconds delay between hits. And 200 milliseconds is around 3 seconds. So it will need 3 seconds to hit. Pew 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 pew. Oh no, it's not 3 seconds. What I'm talking about. But it's a small delay now. Like between hits. So that's very nice. Alcremie gets a lot of buffs and changes. Alcremie Vanilla now gives 20 more shields on cast, so it's 80 shield on cast. Alcremie Ruby now gives 10 attack on cast, and Alcremie Rainbow now instead of 60 PP gives 60 AP. I don't know how good this change is, but the other two changes are very, very nice. So, I mean, it gives 60 PP instead of 60 AP, so that was what I meant. I think I misspoke right now. So, oh, its ability, yeah, it scares with Psychic, so Alcremie Psychic 4 with Specs gives around 120 PP, so it gives a Pokemon the ability to cast instantly. Okay, yeah. So this is a mana printer, basically. So, that's kind of nice. We have to see how good this is, because Alcremie is rarely used. And with rarely, I mean never. I've never seen Alcremie aside from like the patch it was released. So yeah. The same is with the next Pokemon. Like, never saw it again. Veluza, its ability Fillet Away is buffed. Instead of 50%, it sacrifices only 30% HP. This is a massive buff, because Veluza sacrificed its HP to get stat boosts. Now the HP loss is lower, so its stat boost comes with a lower cost and can be easier refilled, like your HP can be refilled easier with Shell Bell or like a Life Orb or something, Green Orb I mean, or something. So that's a nice change. I don't think that this will make Veluza like a very, very strong Pokemon, but a decent one at least, so you do not feel as bad to pick Veluza anymore, or have to pick a Veluza. So more changes. Charcada. You can only obtain the armors after beating stage 15. So after the PvE stage 15. You have to beat PvE stage 15 to gain the Charcada armor. And then, after you beating them, the game will check what is your highest Surgy, Psychic or Ghost, and depending on Psychic or Ghost, you get your armor. So you have to play Psychic or Ghost to get the specific armor you want at stage 15. So you can't get stage 10, evolve your Charcada into a Cerulege or Armarouge and stop everyone. So you have to play accordingly to get those Pokemons. Armarouge's abilities changed. The secondary targets, the number of secondary targets no longer scale with AP. So there's no AP scaling anymore. And the final hit deals 15 special damage instead of 10. And the incorrect damage numbers in the descriptions are changed. So we talked about Stantler before. Its ability, Psy Shield Bash, is changed. Like, the damage is lowered. So Stantler deals, instead of 60, it only deals 50. And Wordier gets the 60 special damage. And it has a new ability. A new animation, I mean. The ability has a new animation. This is, like, not that much of a nerf. It's fine. Especially because it evolves later on. So it's just a slight damage loss, which is okay, I think, for Stantler. Tropius Gourmet Dish now gives you 3 berries instead of 1, which is nice. So Tropius might be better now, or might feel better. And maybe it encourages a bit more to play Gourmet. Mega Sableye now has like loses 1 attack and loses 3 special defense and defense. It was a bit too much. It was a bit too strong. So it's especially was too tanky. So it loses tankiness and a bit of damage. Nice nerf. Mega Sableye still playable, not dead or anything. So it's still a good unit. So if you're a Sableye lover, and still pick it. Psychic Fangs, Bruxish ability, now calculates, now resets the special defense, and defense I mean, before applying damage. So the special defense reset is applied before doing damage, this way. So you lower, so the lower, the defense, special defense is lowered before damage, so the damage you deal with Psychic Fangs is increased. Therefore, the special damage is changed. Like this damage is changed. And instead of physical damage, Psychic Fang also deals special damage now. So it loses 20 damage, and also the damage it deals is changed, like the type of damage. So instead of physical, it's special damage now. Drampa gets a buff. It has 80 PP now, so it might be good to play Aqua Egg on Drampa now. So I think 80 AP is like the threshold you like playing Aqua Egg. So you want to get this Aqua Egg on Drampa, so it can cast its ability, so it can get more AP quicker. So that's a nice thing. I love Drampa. I hope Drampa can go places, will be stronger. For the love of every dragon normal player. And more unique changes. Tapu Fini is nerfed. HP and PP gain is lowered by 5. So it's from 30 to 25. Goldengo is nerfed a bit. It was a bit too tanky, so it gets a slight nerf in both HP and special and like physical defense. Goldengo is still a very good unit, but it needed a slow, like a small nerf. And a change to Gliscor's passive. Gliscor isn't a death sentence for every poison team now. So it isn't the best counter against poison anymore. It's still a good counter against poison. So instead of being hit by poison, so before it was poison heals instead of damaging Gliscor, now the first stack of poison on Gliscor is healing Gliscor. So the first poison stack that is applied on Gliscor will heal it. Every other poison stack, and so therefore poison damage, is still going through. So it's just the very, very first stack that Gliscor gets heals it. So the initial poison stack will be countered. So the second stack, basically, yeah, Maybe that's a good comment. Yeah, the first stack heals Gliscor. The second stack of poison will take like damage that counters the healing from the first stack that you got, and the third stack will actually deal damage. So you against like a weak poison team, you go plus. Against a weak poison team, against a stronger poison team, you go fine, and against like a very strong poison team that applies stacks quick, Gliscor loses more now. So it's not a perfect counter. Poison teams cannot play against Gliscor, and it's not an auto win anymore. Pretty nice change. I like it. So there's not like a need to pivot out of poison only because there's like Gliscor in the lobby, and also there's no need to play Gliscor because there are many poison Pokemons in your opponent's team. So you can like actually pick other uniques and not feel forced to play this one. Nice change, like it. So it's overall a nerf, but it's a fine one. Now changes to the legendaries. Lance Rev, the ability by Zygarde 10%, so the dog. The special debuff, special and defense debuff is lowered from 8 to 5. And the AP scaling is increased from 0.5 to 1. So overall, I think it will still deal more damage than before. Because the debuff isn't as high, like isn't nerfed as much as the AP scaling is buffed. So you will deal slightly more damage than before. But I think you will not notice it that much. But it's just a slightly bit more damage on the Zygarde dog. Especially you deal more damage against low, like less tanky units. Like against less tanky units you will deal more damage, against tankier units you will deal slightly more damage. Or similar damage at least. Articuno's ability Blizzard is getting buffed. Articuno was the last couple patches non-existent. Like even in ice teams you really were like not happy about seeing Articuno. Aside, like the only good thing it did was freezing everyone, and its damage was, yeah, lackluster. So it got double damage. Its damage doubled on every stage. So it deals 30 damage instead of 50 now. So it should be pretty strong actually. 30 damage, so it scales better with AP. I mean, Pokenomicon you can still build it on Articuno, so more AP, better AP scaling, because more, so it's very good. Yeah, Articuno seems to be very, very strong with this one, I think. Higher numbers always means better scaling with AP, and that's very nice. I think Articuno is actually a good unit now. And you will not be so unhappy to pick this. A Laser Blade, the ability of Iron Violence will be nerfed. The shielding and the special damage is lowered from 30 to 25. It's a slight nerf, but I think Iron Valiant was very, very strong. So it's a bit less menacing and easier to kill. But I think the special damage, like the damage was crazy, but the shielding is the most annoying part always, because shielding and damaging is always annoying. So less shielding, it kills not as quick, and it gets killed quicker. Nice change. Dialga and Palkia gets buffed. Their abilities both costs 10s. I don't like personally don't like the Palkia change, because I like I hate the disruption, like the displacement effect by Palkia. I think it should be fine. The displacement effect is just annoying. So yeah, and Dialga, I think it has one of the strongest abilities in the game. So, but I hardly ever see it, because its ability is like, does not sound that crazy, because it's not a damaging ability, because it only gives resurrection to one of your Pokemons. Just resurrection. But yeah, I think Dialga could get... it's a nice nerf, it has one of the strongest abilities, so we will see. Probably we'll see it more often. But now there's the change I like the most. The Necrozma change. Its ability Prismatic Laser. The laser now hits in a free white column centered on the target. So it centers... it's the target that Necrozma is attacking. Necrozma shoots a free white column centered laser. So centered the Pokemon in the middle and to the left and the right of this of the target, there will be the laser, and pushes the enemy in the direction of the laser. So Necrozma's ability is so good now. I love it. I think Necrozma will be so fun to play with now. Before it was free white columns, just shooting it like somewhere, like straight, and it was pushing away the Pokemons. It felt very counterintuitive to the ability. Your placement, like you needed a very good light spot to even play Necrozma, to make it work and everything. Now Necrozma is a good unit. I really like the changes. So therefore Necrozma loses some damage. So instead of 80 it deals 60 special damage. But it's so good. It's so good. So instead of shooting a laser just in front of itself, centered around itself, it's shooting at actually a target. It targets something. At least it's hitting one Pokemon at minimum, and pushing everyone into the direction of the laser to maybe shoot a second laser. So this is very nice. I love this. I really love this, and I will try to play Necrozma this patch. I need to make some notes for comps that I want to play. Because I want to play Necrozma. And I want to play a cat team. Because there are so many new kittens. And I think this is a nice thing I can try to work. So yeah, and it's also harder to counter Necrozma now, because you can't dodge your Necrozma's damage by just putting your team on the other side. Fury Wave, the ability of Galar Moltres. Is now lowered by 3. Which is fine. I think 30 is a nicer number than 33, so yeah. And Malignant Chain, the ability by Pekarant, is changed. Instead of applying the locked status, it applies the possessed status. And like explained earlier, the possessed status is an status inflicted to an opponent, and makes that the opponent's Pokemon temporarily fights against its own team. So if you play against your opponent and you possess their Entei will hit the other team, like your opponent's team. So your opponent's Entei will hit your opponent's team. And if your if the Entei is the only Pokemon left, it will be infatuated. So that's very scary, actually. It's very scary. But yeah. The laser comes out of nowhere, but let's ignore this because psychic. Yeah, I mean, the crossbow is a psychic Pokemon. You can't just summon like a laser. I mean, who cares? Bipolar. I just got into pack and been using poison a lot. Does this patch affect anything poison related? Yes. The way Gliscor's passive works was changed, and there are new poison legendaries. So there are some. These are the changes. And if you want to like see what is changed at Gliscor with Gliscor's passive and what the legendary poison Pokemon do, you can just rewind the YouTube stream a bit. Oh yeah, and there's Aquatic 8 now. Possibly played more. Aquatic is possibly played more often now because there's Aquatic 8 for poison, but we get to this later on. So if you want to see the Pokemon changes, you can just rewind the stream on YouTube, or wait until later when I'm finished and upload this in like a few hours. But yeah, let's go to the next slide because there are more legendary changes. So there's a nerf to Scale Shot, Roaring Moon's ability. The damage to enemies in the path is halved. So instead of 20, it's 10 physical damage per scale. Good change. So Roaring Moon is a scary Pokemon. And yeah. Having it deal less damage with its 8 scales through everyone is good. Because instead of... It was 160 damage possible if every scale hits your Pokemon's in the path. Now it's just 80, which is good nerf. I like it. Roaring Moon is still a good Pokemon, I guess, as I think. So you're still happy about a ranged carry in Fossil or Dragon or even Dark. So Roaring Moon's still good. Deoxys' normal form ability Psycho boost is increased by 10. So special damage is increased by 10, which is nice. I mean, it's a psychic Pokemon, so 10 is always a bit more than 10 because of the scaling of the AP and so on. But yeah. So then there's a buff to Mewtwo. Its ability costs less, 10 less. Mew speed buff. Mew is a bit quicker, which is nice because it has a teleport ability. So having more speed is good with the Mana Scarf upgrades, Soldew combination. So you get your speed quicker up. Get more ability casts, and you dash around, teleport around. Like, not dash, but teleport around, and you will never get caught. It's a pretty nice change. Doom Desire, Jirachi's ability is changed from restored 60 to restoring max PP if target is killed in a duration. So if Jirachi casts its ability, after a few seconds, it deals damage. But during the ability cast, like during the damage, like before the damage hits the target, like in a time frame before it hits the target, the Pokemon is killed. Jirachi gets its PP back and casts its ability again. Very nice. Now a huge change that I like a lot is Kecleon and Arceus. If they are dragons, their first dragon type will always be, like their first type will always be dragon. So Dragon 3 will work properly with Arceus and Kecleon now. So that's very, very, very nice. So you can play Kecleon and Arceus in Dragon comps very, very easily. So Dragon Amorphous, for example, wouldn't be that mad about a Kecleon or an Arceus in their team. So there are a couple of abilities that we already saw, like Psychic Fangs or Lance Rev or Scale Shot, that are changed from physical to special damage. Especially Scale Shots hit at the target is changed from physical to special damage. So the damage from the scales passing through is still physical, but the hit at the farthest target is special now. So this is just for having more counterplay. First, there aren't really items that you can use to counter this. So, because like you couldn't use Power Lens against these abilities, or like you could basically build a Pokédoll or a Rocket Helmet against physical abilities, but it isn't as good as a Power Lens, for example. So it makes it easier to counterplay, because you don't want, because like one ability is physical damage and every other ability is special damage, to build physical physical defense items to counter one ability. It's because that's counterintuitive and it's really, really bad. And the thing that I read in chat, like then make the item to counterplay. That's the same argument as like telling a homeless person to just buy a house. Sometimes it's not that easy. Like just making an item to counterplay physical abilities isn't like that easy. And also it might be just an item that is rarely used because it's just a few abilities that deal physical damage that you would need to use that item against for, like, so it's not necessary, it's bad game design to have two situational items. So yeah. So yeah, I can imagine this being annoying to do. Oh, like this could be annoying, but yeah. Only 2 hours? Okay, yeah. So there are changes to Edge Pokemons and Special Pokemons as well. Scorbunny is now a 2-range Pokemon instead of a 1-range Pokemon. So therefore its defense, special defense is lowered, but every other set is the same. And this is a good and a nice change, because I think Scorbunny has an ability that is very bad for a frontliner, but pretty nice for a mid-range unit. So that's a good change. So Scorbunny can actually use its ability and can actually scale. So I like this change. So unknown chains. There are a lot of unknown changes. Unknowns can no longer eat gourmet dishes. Very nice. So they no longer get the gourmet dishes passed. Unknown G and T are removed after stage 20. G and T, you can see it on the right side. T gives you 3 random berries and G gives you 5 gold. In late game, this feels bad to roll those. Unknown R and T are added before stage 10, I mean. So you can get the 3 berry one before stage 10 now. And Unknown R is you gain 6 free shops. You can get it early now. Having 6 free shop rerolls in the early game, like before stage 10, is very nice. It's very, very good for your econ, so that's a nice thing to get. Also, berries is very good to secure a win streak before Gyarados, so also very nice thing. Unknown P, so the one that spawns bugs. The bugs, the rarity of bugs is now increased with stage level, and the same goes for Unknown Wish. This is where you can get a Pokemon of your highest rarity, I think. Yeah, gets highest rarity matching their highest synergy. Rarity given now increased with stage level. And Unknown F now gives 2 fishes instead of 3, so you do not get an instant wishy-washy schooled form, just small, like maybe 2 small fishies. And also the chance that you get to get a wishy-washy is lower, which is pretty nice. Niche items are fun because they're the precedent of their own existence for making it possible to have situations where you need them. Yeah, but you have like a useless, but the problem is, you have to understand this. You make an item, so you use an item slot that are limited. Like the amount of items that can be in the game is limited. So you will waste an item slot for a very situational item, or a very niche item, instead of to make a generically good item. Like a generically decent item. Like Pokédoll is a decent item, for example. So you would take this away and put in a very specific item. And we already have pretty specific items with Assault Vest and Rocket Helmet or Power Lens. So there are already pretty specific items that can be used, but they can be used in general. But if you go even more specific than this, especially for just like 10 abilities on unique Pokemons and legendaries that you will not encounter in like most games, it's just wasted slot of items. Like if you go too specific, you're just wasting item slots that you can use for other items that are more generally appealing for the average game. Of course you would wish to have like an item against physical abilities, but you waste this slot for an item that is good against like every other ability, or against CC for example, or so on. So you're wasting one slot that from the limited amount of slots you have on your item that you can have in the game, for an item that is very specific for like 10 Pokemons that you will not encounter regularly. You see an opponent get AP items, you slam Power Lens just to find out the T20 with physical ability and your Power Lens is no useless. It was bad. Yeah, this is also a thing, yeah. That's also a thing. Like, it's counterintuitive because you see like your opponent slamming AP items and dealing physical damage. That's bad. Like, for example, Mewtwo is a big example because you see Mewtwo's Psychic builds AP items and deals physical damage. That's bad. And then to like have an item to counter this for like a game mechanic that is counterintuitive, that's not good game design. And that's why it's changed. I think, and I like that Curry and Keldon are changing these things. So it's easier to play, and it's a thing you don't have to think about too much. So if you see a Pokemon for the first time, you know, oh, they are building AP, I build special defense. Opponent builds AD, I build Rocky Helmet. I play defense, I build defense. So it's, you look at a board, you know what you need. And you don't have to read every Pokemon. And that's a very good decision to do. So I really like these changes. So now we get to changes to the synergies. Dark gets nerfed again. Like, gets nerfed a bit. So crit power is 30 from 30-60 to 100 is now 30-50-80. Still good, still huge amounts of crit power you get for Dark. But that's a nice one. That's a good change. Dark was pretty oppressive from time to time, so that's a nice change. Change water, good rods, fishing rarity. So instead of you have a 5% higher chance to get a special Pokemon instead, and a 5% lower chance to get a common. That's nice. So you get your Magikarp quicker. I think good rod was Magikarp. But yeah, you get your Pokemon quicker. And then there's the new Aquatic 8 Search Surfer. After the first wave, a surfing Pikachu joins you in battle. Waves after the first hit every 8 seconds for the rest of the combat. So after every 8 seconds, there will be another wave without a Pikachu. So only the first wave has a Pikachu. And we already saw Pikachu. It's a decent unit. It's more of a gimmick, but I think it's Aquatic 8 is really nice. I already played it, you could also already see it. I think it's nice. Now the fossil change. Instead of healing, the fossil Pokemon gets a shield. And the attack gains is increased by 10 at stage 1 and 2. So I think this change means two things. First of all, in the normal game state it doesn't change that much. But it's easier to counter fossils now. Because they gain shielding instead of HP. You can counter the revive of the fossil Pokemons with a protective glove, for example. So you can build a protective glove, protective pet, which counters shielding, so you deal more damage against fossils when they revive. Also, they gain a shield, which means fossil Pokemons can build Shell Bell and heal themselves, like while they are shielded. So they can theoretically, if they have like 100 shield, can heal up their HP to 100 during the shield duration with a Shell Bell, for example. So this is not a real nerf. I mean, it's a nerf in the sense that it has counterplay now. But it also is kinda a buff if you're playing smart with it. So Fossil is now... You are now able to counter Fossil at least. But it's not weaker in any way, I think. It's just that you can counter it. So you have the opportunity to counter Fossil, but it's not weaker. I think it's as strong as it was before, but you just have the chance to counter it. Which is nice. So if you lose against Fossil and don't have a protective pet on your team, even though you had the possibility to get a protective pet, it's your fault. You are the one at fault here. You are losing the game for yourself. So you have the possibility to counter this. Also, like with fighting. Fighting can crack these shields. Fighting is very good against Fossil now. So that's a very, very nice change. I really appreciate. Because you have counterplay with Fossil against Fossil with protective pets and fighting. But you also have with fighting with Fossil, I mean the possibility to heal up during the shield duration with Shell Bell or so on. So this is a nice change. Like home is to buy home, no, because I want to create Okay, yeah, I see what you mean, but they are changing the thing. Like, you are arguing that the devs can change the thing, they changed the thing, and you are arguing that they shouldn't change the thing because you don't like it. So, then just accept the fact that, first of all, my analogy wasn't that good, and second of all, you're just complaining. They're changing not in the wrong way. They're changing it so the people can play the game without having to read too much unnecessary stuff. To make it more intuitive. And also, hello everybody. Hello Tech. You're also up early on here. Hey Cascan. I'm sorry, but you get a timeout. Calling the devs a moron only because you do not like the change? Come on. And also, make your own game argument is not a good one, Weedle, but yeah. Will this be on a test, Mr. Padado? Yes, this all will be on a test. If I see any one of you lose against Fossil without and not building a protective pet, you will fail the class. Or if you not have fighting or something against Fossil, you will fail the class. So yeah, I will drink something and then I will continue the thing here. Instructions unclear when vertical monster. Yeah, I guess. Vertical monster can't Fossil? Why not? I mean, at least if you have your protective pets, then vertical monster is also very fine against Fossil. So yeah, let's continue. Change to the craftable items. Punching Glove. Punching Glove is changed. It deals additional physical damage after all the calculations or the computations. So after crit, fairy, special damage, steel, true damage, etc. is applied. After that, Punching Glove will deal damage. So Punching Glove is a separate instance of damage now. So it will be reduced by fighting, it will give 2 stacks to Muscle Band, and it won't benefit from fairy special damage. This is something we have to keep in mind. Scope Lens will be nerfed. It steals 5 less PP, and also it only steals the amount the Pokemon the target has. So cannot steal more PP than the target has. So if your target has 5 PP, you can only steal 5 PP. Simple. I guess that's simple. So like you can only steal what the person has. So no, I mean that's simple math. Power Lens now reflects special damage added to special basic attacks like Fairy Charge, Charge, Teleport, etc. So that's also nice. So that's also a very nice change. So Power Lens is now a counter against Fairy teams. I like this a lot. And Lucky Egg is nerfed. It only gives 10 defense. I mean, that it gave 12 was also very high always. 50 AP only. And the luck change from 50 to 30 is massive. Lucky Egg was like a very, very strong item, used a lot on different units, because the lucky stat of 50 increased so much. So many stats. Like so many, like crits, execution rates, CCs, dodge chance, high grapple, and it made them too consistent at times. So lowering this is a high grapple nerf, especially a high grapple nerf. So maybe a little high grapple compensation buff would have been nice, but we will see if this is if high grapple can be good enough this patch. But I think this is especially important because of the crits, spell crits thing, like as well with Scope Lens. Scope Lens, Lucky Egg, spell and the spell crit item were too strong as a combination. Now it's still good. You can still build it. It's still good, but it's not as strong as it was before. So you can still do the spell crit slam, but it's not necessary anymore. And yeah, because of the scope lens change, crit Pokemons cannot gain PP against like tanks with 0 mana, because they cannot steal anything anymore. So this is a good change. Now yeah, you build spell crit, the spell crit thing now on Pokemon that one is spell crit actually. Like you can still build it on Galarian Moltres. It's still good. So next is the dishes. Curry is nerfed. Curry is changed from 5 seconds to 4 seconds the rage duration. Even though the chatter before called Curry a moron, I think Curry wouldn't rage that long. So good that we can't rage that long anymore because we lowered the duration of it. Yeah, it's good that Curry is taking help to not rage as much anymore. That's true. So Moo Milk is buffed. It gets 5 more permanent HP. Star Sweet, 5 more permanent AP. Berry Sweet, 5 more permanent HP. Berry Juice, 20 more shielding. Smoked Filet, 2 more attack and 5 more AP. Rocky Salt, 2 more seconds rune protection. Spinder's Cocktail can give you now 10 attack, 50 AP, 50 speed, and or 100 shielding. Binding Mochi now inflicts possessed status instead of infatuation. Party Stew. If fed to a Pokemon holding a cooking pot, the Pokemon is now burned for 5 seconds, which is pretty nice. Because cooking pots synergize with burn. So Hearty Stew is a very nice item for a cooking pot Pokemon. These changes are all very nice. I think these changes will make Gourmet more appealing, or certain Gourmet units more appealing to use as chefs. So more flexibility, more versatility, more creativity. I like it. I hope this will change people's perception of Gourmet, so that not only Tech Baron can play Gourmet, but everyone else appreciates them now. So yeah, I like these changes, and I will personally play more Gourmet. I mean, I always try to look for a good window to play Gourmet if it benefits my team. So maybe people will look at this more. Moo Milk Aggron, that sounds that sounds awesome, yeah. I think Moo Milk Aggron could be awesome. That's an interesting team. I mean, that's a team like 1 in 1,000, but that sounds crazy, yeah. Yeah, you actually want Peckerant now. That's also true, yeah. Peckerant is a pretty good unit now, because of the new possession status that it can afflict. and like giving binding mochi to another unit, so that at the start of the game you inflict possession on opponent's Pokemon in an instant. Imagine this on a Nickit, on a Feeble. You give it possession and then steal the items of another Pokemon. Disgusting piece of shit. Yeah, or on any other dark unit that can jump into the backline, yeah. That's also true, yeah. On Mega Sableye, also scary. This Binding Mochi will haunt some people's dreams and give some trauma. I think, in general, also Possessed will give people a trauma. And some raging. I haven't read the discussion, channel on Discord for Pokemon or Chess. But I think there might have been some complaints already because of possession. Because this seems annoying as fuck to play against. But also very funny to play as. This can create like very funny scenarios. Ghost 8 Pekarant, Sableye, some jumping into the backline, possessing your carry, and when you're done having it nuke your team, remove its item. Oh, that sounds annoying as fuck. And then you have like all the Pokemons that steal items, like Shuppets and what is the other one? The pumpkin one. And like steal all the other tank items. Hate it, therefore love it. Okay, yeah, that's what I like to hear. So now we get to the next item changes. Artificial items. There are 2 new artificial items. The Berserk gene, which gives monster synergy and confuses your Pokemon every time it gets a stack. For the first time it gets a stack, it's getting confused, and it's confused for the whole game, for the whole fight. I mean, it's fitting because it's going Berserk. So if you give someone Berserk gene, think about placing some rune protection on it, or like next to it, so it gets rune protection. And then there's the surfing board. It gives aquatic synergy. I like this. And the holder casts surf at every tidal wave. Ooh, so you surf, you grind the waves. Let's go. That's very nice. Magmarizer is nerfed. It gives only 3 attack instead of 5. And Big Nugget gives only 2 gold instead of 3. So these are nice changes. Magmarizer is always so strong, so making it a little slightly less strong is good. And having Big Nugget giving less of an economy boost is pretty nice, yeah. I wonder how does Golduck with Berserk gene work? Golduck? Probably normally, or normal, or I mean, it's confused, so while casting its ability, it's confused, so it gets more AP, doesn't it? I keep seeing people talk about an interaction between the surfing board and regular Pikachu, but haven't got to see it in any of my games yet. I also haven't seen it yet. I'm interested to see this. So we are changing to the changes. Next changes. Shiny items. Comet charge is nerfed. The protect duration is now 2 seconds instead of 3. Slight nerf. It's fine. I mean, if you give Pokemon Comet charge, it should be a suicide bomber to go into the team and be killed by that team without too much of protection. So that's nice. Gold Ball now gives 50 shield. I guess it's okay. I think it not giving any stats was fine, but because you get another unit on your board, which is insane enough. But I guess 50 shield is also fine. Absorb Bulb gives now 20 defense and special defense instead of 15. I'm sorry. Pretty nice buff, so you can absorb more damage and therefore deal more damage. A repeat ball is also buffed. I think a good amount. So instead of 100 rerolls, you only need 80 rerolls for uniques, and you need 120 instead of 150 for legendaries. So you get to the legendary tier way quicker for just investing 120 rerolls. Or less if you play Psychic, because the reroll of your the free reroll you get from your unknowns also counts. So yeah, then there's a change gold bottle cap, a change to gold bottle cap. No longer gives plus 1% crit chance per gold you have. This is compensated by the new luck formula, which we will see pretty soon. With Berserk Gene, every time it gets a monster stack, it just gets more and more AP played against it earlier, and it's just such a cool interaction. Oh, okay, so Golduck works very well with Berserk Gene. Okay, so it works as intended. Yeah, okay, nice. That sounds very nice. Treasure Town encounter items are also being changed. Or there's one being changed. The Gimme Ghoul coin no longer gives 1 additional gold per round. Instead, it gives Duskull gives it for free along with regular items in Carousel. So you just get the Gimme Ghoul coin. And yeah. That's it. New item, treasure box. Instead of this is a Xatu change. You get, instead of a wonder box, you get now a treasure box for 10 golds, which gives you 2 random item components, which is pretty nice. Or you have to either pick a component or the coin. Ah, Duskull encounter gives it for free along with regular items in Carousel. Oh, okay. Okay, so you can. Oh, okay, so you can either pick Gimme Ghoul coin, or you get an item. Or you can pick an item for free. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, and that's a nice change. I like it. So next we get to gameplay changes. The targeting is changed. So your units now continue to target the same opponent, like the same enemy, unless the enemy they are attacking moves out of their attack range. So they will follow a little bit your opponents until they're out of range. And if they're not in range, they will change a target randomly among the nearest ones. So your Pokemons will follow a bit other Pokemons they are fighting right now, until they are not able to attack them anymore because of range. This is very nice, because especially like Pokemons that dash, like Shinx, the new Surskit, Weasel, or whatever. You dash through dash through the team, and the Pokemon attacking them will follow them for a bit until the dasher is out of range. So this is some extra disruption, which is pretty nice. I like this change. Also, it will not fuck with, like, sometimes like Pokemon target one Pokemon, and then for whatever reason they changed target before because of like some slight movements. This will not happen anymore, or not that easily. So only if they really move out of range, or like because of displacements like aquatic or so on. or like Palkia ability or something. Yeah, the new status Possessed, I already talked about it. It temporarily makes it the Pokemon having the Possessed status temporarily fights for the other team. So if you give someone the Possessed status, it will fight for you against your opponent. So it will just make an infight, basically. The paralysis status effect is changed. Instead of minus 50 speed buff, it's the speed buff is lowered by 50%, so it's more effective against Pokemon with a high speed stat, and it's less effective against Pokemon with a low speed stat. So more impactful on fast Pokemons than slow Pokemon. So you want to have paralysis against very quick Pokemons, which is it's a pretty nice change. Rage status gets also a small adjustment. Instead of 100, it's 80 speed gain, and the sleep and freeze duration is halved immediately the moment they gain the rage status. And yeah, and its description is changed, or fixed rather. So I like the rage thing. That's pretty nice. I like paralysis is a nice counter thing now. This is like making paralysis an intuitive counter to speed. So that's very nice. Should hopefully make it so slow people are basically, well, it's no longer there. Oh yeah, before it was like that. Slow Pokemons were not able to attack because they like minus 50 speed. Because there are like so many Pokemon with lower than 50 speed, they will not attack. That happened. So this is better now. So it doesn't feel as frustrating to get paralyzed on your like low speed Pokemons. And it also feels better to paralyze high speed Pokemons. So that's nice. Good changes. Wait, yeah. Gameplay changes. Every percent of crit chance above 100% crit chance now only gives 1% crit instead of 2% crit power. So it's just halved, which is good. It's fine. It makes crit builds less dominant. So that's a very nice change. I really like this one. I really disliked how you could just spam crit items on some dark units and they would just one-shot everything because they get like tons of crit power stacked onto. So this is a nice change. And the luck formula is changed, so it's chance times parenthesis 1 plus luck divided by 100 parenthesis. So this was before, now it's changed to chance. What was it called in English? Above, not above. Was it called in English? I never had math in English. Power, yeah, chance by the power of 1 minus luck divided by 100. So this change is explained in text here. I'm luckily Curry or Keldan gave us an explanation for this because this looks like math, and we don't like math. We like reading the changes. Luck is now more valuable for low base chance effects under 50% and less valuable for high base chance effects over 50%. You always have a risk of missing unless you reach 100% luck, which is the new max cap for luck. And like hitting 100% luck is pretty rough. Like, I think not possible. I don't know how it is possible to get 100% luck. But this is a nice change. It makes makes it a bit nicer. Oh, possibly. Oh yeah, with some sweets you can get 100% luck. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, this is, I think, a nice change. It makes it clearer. Yeah, I mean, if you get the luck sweets and Togepi casts, you could go to 100% luck. Yeah, I guess. But I think this is a nice change. And also it makes it like more fair for like low base and chance lucks and everything. I mean, basically, people will... I don't know if you really can see the difference in-game in like a regular game. I think this is a change that is more prevalent if you really try to get like to the boundary of the luck you can create with your team, but like to be like very focused on luck base. I think in a normal game this isn't changing that much, because I mean it's still just chances, so you still just roll a die if you get it or not. So yeah, it's just still a gamble. So changes to the UI. Mouse right button no longer allows you to move on carousel rounds in town. Use the left button instead. So this is to prevent accidentally opening carousel items, tooltips, and not being able to move to the location behind the tooltip. And I see that I forgot to delete the commas. But yeah, this is just a quality of life change. It's nice, so you can't accidentally open stuff you don't want to open. So it's pretty nice. I have more stats to share if you want about the luck formula change. Oh yeah, if you have like some examples, that's pretty nice, yeah. This change shows who was a TFT player before pack. What do you mean because of left clicking? Or right clicking? Because I was always left clicking, so yeah. Yeah, because I was always left clicking anyways, because TFT. So, okay, I have some changes here for the formula. Carry is nice enough to post it some. So, wait. Where did I put this? Where did I put the Twitch chat? Fuck. I lost my Twitch chat. There's Twitch chat, okay, yeah. So wait a second. So we have a few changes here. I will have to share this. Wait, okay, I've struggled right now to window. Is the DC thing being logged into, or has it been fixed? I'm right. Wait, give me a second. I will try to get this going. Wait, we do this here. Okay. So these are the changes. So before at 6.2 to 6.3 changes. So crit with Razor Claw or Dark 7, it's from 90 to 70. Life chance goes from 1.5 to 2%. Baby egg chance 15 to 20%. Baby golden egg chance increases. Ice 2 increases. Ice 6 decreases. Ghost dodge chance increases by 2, so it's not that much. Daddy birds also by 2%, so it's not that much. 5 hits with Fury Swipe or Arm Thrust are unchanged. So these are the changes. Like examples for changes with the thing. With the new formula. And I think this is nice. That's a nice change. So we go further. So we were here. Simplified the collection system UI. Added counters for portraits and unlocked. Yeah, counters for added portraits unlocked, shinies unlocked, and Pokemon's played. This is something you will see in game. If you click on your profile, you can see how many Pokemons you already played, how many shinies you got unlocked, how many portraits, and how many titles you got, and so on and so forth. Add pool filter in Pokemon meta report. Nice. Add Pokemon search by wiki regions. That's nice. So you can now look in the region bar. You can put in a name of Pokemon, and you can see in which region this regional form will be. So that's nice. Added camera shakes to some abilities can be disabled in options. That can be interesting. Haven't seen it yet, so cannot talk about it too much. So collection system rework. So boosters now immediately unlocks the emote you get from the card, so you do not need to craft them anymore. Some emotes are rarer than others, so if you draw an emote you already unlocked, you get 50 shards instead. So you can still unlock emotes you want specifically, but you can also gamba for all them. So you don't need to get like a certain amount of shards to get an emote you want. You can just randomly get them in a booster. So that's a nice change. Whereas I didn't like the system before, and I like this one more. A shiny rate in boosters is increased from 3% to 5%, so you have even a higher chance to get shiny emotes. That's also very nice. I also like this. Your collection now displays the number of times you've played each Pokemon. This count is not retroactive. Every player starts with an empty Pokédex as of this patch. So from this patch onwards, you can see what Pokemons you play the most. So if you are a disgusting piece of shit and play like the same shit all the time, or if you play or if you just play one Pokemon like that you just enjoy, like I don't know, if you play Skitty all the time now, or if you play I don't know what's broken right now, but I don't know if you're an Infernape spammer or something. So yeah. So now you can show everyone that you play just one thing or different things. So there is a few other changes. So other changes here. There are some new titles. It's referring to Pokemon not played in game? Really? Your collection now displays the number of times you've played each Pokemon. This count is not every player starts with an empty Pokédex as of this patch. No, it's you've played each Pokemon. Isn't it like the amount you play Pokemon, or is it the amount you use in Avatar? Yeah, it's the amount you play. I mean, yeah, it's very specific. Like, it says you've played each Pokemon. That's what, yeah. So you can see if someone like a few months ago, I wish this was a few months ago, you could have seen like who was a Raichu abuser, for example. Who was playing, or who follows like the reroll comps and only plays the reroll comps. And so on. So you can follow, can you look at other people's stuff? Because that would be interesting to see if what other people are playing actually. Oh yeah, no you can't, okay. So it's only the only the on page, okay. Okay, I'm just over it, not gonna lie. I can barely play the game at the moment, but South African internet is bad, so I'm sure I'm just seeing a lot more than others. Tried the game an hour ago and counted 11 DCs. Oh, that sucks. I mean, your connection to the servers are also worse than I think for others. But yeah, so other changes. Minimum ELO ranks for ranked mode have been adjusted to reduce waiting times for high ELO players. Okay. So high ELO players do not need to wait that much. That's fine. New gadget, Pokeguesser. I guess the Pokemon game when waiting for a lobby to start. I like Pokeguesser a lot. I already played a few games yesterday, like did a few tries, and I love it. It's very fun. It's like a very nice pastime while waiting. Yeah. The Duke title was changed. Own at least one emote of all current Pokemons in the game. All the accounts that this title before this had this title before the patch lost it. I didn't check for this typo. My mistake. New title Surfer. Surf with Pikachu Surfer. So you get, if you get Aquatic 8. New title Collector has played all current Pokemons in the game. That's an achievement I'm trying to get. New title Lucky, get a 10 gold jackpot or more with a gold bottle cap. Giant, get a Pokemon over 1500 HP. That's a huge one. That's a very difficult one. New title Legend, play with three legendaries or more in your team. So this is only possible if you play Smeagol, Scribble, or have the repeat ball. New title Decurion. Play with 10 units in your team, not counting clone spawns. So you need a gold bow for this one. Putting the evolved Pokemon into the team planner now marks the tier 1 Pokemon in the shop. That's very nice. I like this change. Because you can plan out your team for like T25 and then, you know, and still find the Pokemon's tier 1 in your shop. That's very nice. In Sableye Town, encounter now steals all players at the same time. And only once. And it's slower and it gets... Oh, and if you caught it, you get 1 gold. I already had this encounter. It's nice. I guess it's 1 gold you get. And this is a tier list from last patch. This is not ordered in the tiers. This is roughly how last patch meta was perceived. There can be like some slight changes to it, but this was last patch's meta. And this is how I think the meta will change. So I think Fossil will fall off initially, this meta, because people can counter Fossil now, will play less Fossil, and so Fossil will be seen worse. I think Sound and Psychic will gain huge consistency buffs and gain strong units, so they will be stronger than they were, and I think they will be very, very strong. Normal got a lot of Pokemons, very good ones, better consistency, better Pokemons. Same goes for Field, so they are better. Fairy did get some slight nerfs with Power Lens, for example, and some changes, like small changes here and there. They got some good Pokemons as well, so I think they will do good, still will do very good. Maybe they are still S tier, but I think they are A tier right now. At the beginning. Oh yeah, Morphus will stay S tier, because there was nothing changed for Amorphous, and Amorphous was strong, and it will be strong. So there's no change there. Flying 8, also there are no changes to Flying 8. So Flying will be strong anyways. Will stay strong, is strong. Artificial has some like changes to the items. So like few items are weaker now, but others are stronger. Like there are some new ones that are kind of good. So I think Artificial is still in a good spot. With all its changes, like I said, Fossil will stay relevant. I think it could still be S tier, but I think A tier for now. It's more realistic. Dragons, A tier. I think Dragon is pretty good. It was pretty good, and is still pretty good. Especially because they didn't suffer too much changes. I mean, Vibrava nerf is kind of annoying, but it doesn't matter too much. So yeah. Yeah, Fairy lost the punching glove bonus, exactly. Power Lens, exactly. So it's still strong and consistent. Yeah, I agree. Exactly like Fairy, Fossil, more counterplay, still strong. So A tier. Fighting, I think fighting, yeah, got stronger a bit. Because there's, it's better against Fossil now. It's better, I mean, it's good against Normal. And Normal is better now, I think. So, because Fossil Normal get more consistency and so on. So I think fighting, therefore, will be stronger. Fighting got a new unit in Lilligant that is pretty decent. So I think fighting overall benefits just from the meta change. So I think fighting just benefits a lot from how the meta changes. Oh yeah, and also Power Lens is a good thing for Infernape in the 6 fighting, 6 human, 6 fire comp. So yeah, Ice got some changes. Like Vanillish is weaker, but Articuno is way better now. And also the luck changes. Like in early game, luck base is better. The smooching buffs are pretty decent, so I think Ice is doing good. Water got a bit better for a similar reason, because you have more chance to get special Pokemons with your good rod, so you get to that Pokemon quicker. That's also a buff for Dragon and for Water, and I think Water in general benefits from some small stuff here and there. So we will see. I think it's in a good spot. Ghost is still pretty good. I think maybe Ghost could be better, maybe now, but I think it's pretty much unchanged and there's nothing to it that was changed, so it's in a pretty similar spot. Does Fluffy Tail block Possessed? Yeah, Fluffy Tail does block Possessed. Baby got a bit better because of the luck change, like the luck formula change. Kapfu got a bit better, Tyro got a bit better. Cherokee, that's is weaker now, so that's a bit... I mean, also because of the luck change, like, you have a bit, slightly more, like, slightly better chance to get shiny eggs and so on and so on. So this is like dark, like, so baby's fine. Dark will be weaker, but still good. Electric will be pretty much the same as before. Like you can see, it will be pretty much the same as before. Poison, I think it will not change that much how poison is. Because I think poison is same-ish, even though they got like some decent legendary Pokemons. I think they are better in other comps, like other synergies than, like in their other synergies than in poison. And because of, even though Gligar got changed, it's still not, the Gliscor got changed, it doesn't empower poison, really. So I think poison is the same, grass is the same, wild is also same-ish. Ground is also good still. Yeah, I mean, Monkey Dory is broken, but you don't want it in poison. Like, you want to play it in Psychic or Human, but not in poison. So, like, poison has more legendaries, but you don't want to play poison with these legendaries. Ground is the same. Like, ground is like, I think it's the most mid comp. Like, everything is C is still good. Yeah, I know what you mean, Wimby. I know what you mean. I meant Blue Monkey. That with poison. Yeah, ground is mid, as always. I think fire is meh. It can pop off if you're lucky with like an early reroll comp, like Infernape, Delphox, Charizard reroll or something. But yeah. So these are like in C, these are like wild, you need to be lucky. In ground, it's just mid. Grass is fine. Like, these are all fine comps you can win with, but they are the weakest one currently. But the most interesting thing is, like, in this slide, there was no potential as main synergy, but there it is, potential as main synergy. Aquatic 8, I think, has the potential as main synergy now. Because I played it, I think it feels nice. It depends, like, what is in meta, because if ice, poison, and so on, like, heavy CC isn't played that much, Aquatic might fall off, and isn't that necessary. But Aquatic 8 is still very nice, especially if the fights are longer. So if there's less dragon team, like, not dragon, like dark teams or wild teams, Aquatic very much benefits from this, so it is playable. A human, it has potential as a main synergy now with new add-ons like Monkey Dory, but it's more like it's still more like a side synergy. A steel, I mean, they got some buffs here and there, like very small buffs in some Pokemons and changes. For example, the paralysis change. They are not affected that much anymore by paralysis, so they can actually attack. So that's nice. So maybe there is a world where you can play it as a main synergy. But currently there are not like teams meta that Steel is good into. Monster, I think Monster 8 might be playable if there are like, especially if there are like very many slow teams. You can go with Monster stomping the early game and transition into something else late game, like Ground or Dragon or even Fossil. Bugs, like, they can also like swarm the early game to mid game, and you try to bleed out the opponents before they get into the late game scaling with Sound, Psychic, and Amorphous. Yeah, and Light, Gourmet, Flora, and Rock will stay side synergies for now. And I think they are also intended as side synergies, especially Light, Gourmet, and Flora. So these are my predictions for the meta. If I'm correct, I don't know, but I can say this is my first feel for the meta while reading the patches, like while reading the patch and preparing the patch rundown, and having played like 2 or 3 games already. So this is how I feel. Will the meta be? I could miss some stuff here and there, but I think that's overall. So if you like this video, like this patch rundown, leave a like and subscribe. And see you in the next one. Bye bye. So, thank you, Logical Dota 2. We have a Dota player here in our ranks, I guess. So, are there any questions to the list, like my tier list, my predictions, or whatever? I'm going to play some games, yeah. That's why I'm asking if someone, like, has a question to for this stuff. Otherwise, I will just switch to Pokemon chess. Oh yeah, there were some I want to try out, yeah. Any of that top of your head? Yes. I also made a document. I want to try Necrozma, I want to try Cat's Team, and I want to try Aquatic 8, Poison 7. Those are some that I have in my mind, on top of my head. I missed your pins on Surfing Pikachu. Oh, Surfing Pikachu is totally fine. I think it's a decent unit. I think it's fun. In my comments, there were like a lot of people, like not a lot of people, but some people that were like complaining about how weak, that's how weak this Pokemon is, or that this Pokemon is useless, or so on. Well, I don't think it's useless. I think it's good. It deals like 100 to 200 damage per cast, like per fight. So 100 to 200 damage per fight for a unit that appears just out of nowhere and disrupting opponents' positioning and tanking. I mean, that's fine. Thank you for the follow Weedle vibes. So I don't know why people are complaining. But yeah. If you're playing against a slower comp, it deals like 600 plus damage. Yeah, I mean, this is just a good unit. It's not like amazing, but it's good. It's decently statted and everything, so I don't know. New patch, viewer lobbies. So yeah, I think people are like too quick to judge because of lower damage numbers or something. But they do not understand that there is more to the game than just damage. I'm quite pleased with how I chose the stats, along with how little was changed from my proposal for it. Yeah, I mean, it was a good proposal, and also it's a very nicely statted Pokemon. It's like not that strong that it's like oppressive, Because you don't want it to be like too strong. Because like if it's too strong and takes over the game after it hits with its wave, that's I don't like it. I wouldn't like it, like playing against it. Because it would be just Flora too. Like it would just be another Flora ability, synergy. But this way it's a decent standard Pokemon. And it works really nice. And surfing Pikachu is very fun. Also, I got close to 2,000 views on my video in less than 24 hours. So I'm quite happy with this Pokemon. Yeah, and the Pokemon you love. I mean, everyone loves Pikachu. I mean, yeah, Pokemon community loves Pikachu because of the... I mean, even if there wasn't already a Lone and Raichu, I would have suggested that there would be a surfing Pichu at 4, a surfing Pikachu at 6, and a surfing Lone Raichu at 8. And that would be very, very fun, I guess. So, I'm going to the toilet, and then when I'm back, we play some games. Ukulele Pichu from Rangers. That's also an option. So, I am back. No one is joining us? We're just missing 2 people here. Oh, my ear. Did I accidentally pop my ear? Okay, it's better now. Ah, God is joining us again. Then let's go. Don't know if this was asked before or talked about, but who are the standout winner and losers of this patch? I talked about it in my tier list right now, but for you, I think like the synergies that benefit the most from it are normal, psychic, and field. Those are the three, I think, and sound. Those three benefited the most. And I think the released, it's dark. Dark has the worst fate, I guess. But yeah, hello everybody and welcome back to another game of Pokemon Auto Chess. We are on the new patch 6.3 and we are trying to test stuff and find some new and fun things. Let's see which region do we get. Oh, we get a field, normal, ground region, or field psychic. Okay, there's a lot of stuff we can play around here. The Brome expression is how I feel when I see the plant cloak. Oh yeah, yeah. I never tried it. I mean, it couldn't be that bad. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Every time I play grass, I don't want that one. But yeah, what do we have here? Let's pick a Mystic Water. Pick this and put this in. And let's slowly sell everyone we don't want. Yeah, like this. I mean, on paper, it's not that bad, but in execution, there's no reason to itemize it over Rosalia or one of the ranged T20s. Yeah, exactly. It's like... It's a good unit, but there's a unit that does its job better. So why should you use it? Yeah. We didn't get fairies. Not fairies, babies. Let's see, maybe we get something. Oh, we did get it. Okay, never mind. No one is opening? There is someone opening. I really hope that I get my egg before I play against the person who opens. Oh, there's Skitty. I at least want to try this. What's the plan for the cat comp? First of all, getting the cats. I have to be lucky. I haven't thought about what the cat comp should be looking like, but it's probably a field comp anyways, so... Picking Skitty, Litten... I mean, this is not a kitten, but yeah, stuff like this. So I have to see, like Zorua is also a cat, basically. How weak is this team? Please, Trico. Hinako, you are trolling. I'm not playing babies anymore, I guess. Yeah, I know you did not plan this, but what a weak team you had. Sold you on here. Put this on here. What do we have? Maybe just make a protective pets on War Turtle. I could make an Emmy coin. Oh yeah, let's make the Emmy coin, I guess. Oh no, we'll make protective pets. And a Mystic Water on here. And a Nevermind Ice on here. So let's see. Yeah, War Turtle, you can do it. Do I need a stone? What else is here? Oh, what is everyone playing? Frozen. Okay, Noibet. Sell it. Pick this. So let's see. We also did not get any the other poison not poison cat Pokemons. So maybe cat is not what we are going for this game. I just want to play this field team anyways first. Ooh, Seadra. Can be scary. The game is pretty laggy currently. I don't know why. Probably because it's a new patch, but... Like, this target switch, again, was so annoying. I don't know why... Because of the... Like... I don't know, because of how the game just was... Changed the targets. Annoying. Because he was attacking this before. Or did it change the target because of the freeze? Probably because of the freeze, I guess. Still annoying. So we want to play field, I guess. Are there someone else playing? Oh, come on. Am I contested on everything now? No. Oh, there. I was so confused because I was on top. I'm pretty much contested. But do not fear, I will still continue to play this. Protective pets. Skitty. Eevee. Put this on here. Oh, okay, curry. Okay, this will be a normal Downs team, maybe? I will be the only field player, I hope. Pick this. Go level 6. Spirigatito. No, we keep Mareep in. Is a fossil stone desirable? I don't think so, no. No. We got a couple fossil Pokemons here in this lobby. I think Aquatic saved this team here. I was screwed by Aquatic here. What region am I in? Not a region I like. Let's take a magnetic. No. Could do this. Shiny Charm. Yeah, let's do this. I should have combined the magnets and the fossil stone for Eevee. Or Charizard. A Crobat. Okay. Flying reroll it is. That's an interesting team. Please, Fluffy. Oh, Fluffy is not dealing any damage. Okay, against this early game aggression, I'm not winning. Let's roll once more. Okay, nice. This is... Oh. But I actually just Wonderboxed one item slot. Oh. I mean, Wonderbox on one item slot is still good. I mean, it could be worse, at least. Then you know at least which Pokemon you want to sell later on. I will not play Spirigatito. I will play Squirtle. Yeah. I lost these two guys in the first place. Okay. That's fine. Am I rolling that much? No. But my econ isn't that good. Econ really isn't that good. How do I do this? I mean, we stay with this team anyway, so... Just trying to level here, to be resourceful. Go level 8 or something. An artifacts Pokemon. Oh, shop it. This is funny. That's funny. I like that. I mean, it was... I didn't like playing against it, but that's funny. Quilava? I mean, we can have a Quilava on our bench. Yes. I shouldn't be rolling anyways. I should be just saving my money and leveling. I also need to sell Jigglypuff pretty soon. Now, Jigglypuff is doing a good job with its CC. But it wasn't enough. This Vanillish is annoying as fuck still. Oh, please stop lagging. Oh no, please. Let me pick an item. I mean, I'm fine with all of those items, but... this one. I should be rolling. I don't know why I'm rolling here. It's every 10 minutes precisely the leg spikes. Oh, okay. Okay. So currently we have to endure leg spikes every 10 seconds. Every 10 minutes, I mean, not 10 seconds. It's fine. Okay, we play against ice. So it's good that we got Cleanse Tech. So at Lugia we are level 8. We go level 8, I mean. We are not level 8 then, but we go level 8 then. Blue, your team seems... Oh, you have such a good economy. You really high rolled, didn't you? Like Beedrill, Crobat, Charizard in 60 rolls? Real upgrade? Like, that's crazy. They got a Sourceback. They got so many upgrades as well. Okay, maybe I'm just pretty unlucky here. It's 60 rolls, but 60 rolls for free? I mean, in 60 rolls I get 1 unit at free, so I would have just gotten 1 of them at free, maybe 2. It means like you needed an average 20 rolls for 1 unit. I mean, of course, that's not how it works, because you have 5, you can get multiple units in the shop, but that's still on average 20 golds for a free start at 1 cost is pretty nice. Yeah, I'm starting to think pets will be a big item this patch. Normal plus field, sound, fairy, and fossils. Yeah. I agree. I think this will be huge, this patch. I want field, so we go in here. Also, it's very late game oriented, so I think, to be honest, I think that water might get a comeback here. Oh, this is shit. We have light ads? No. We can't play Necrozma. I mean, I have good items for Necrozma. We make a pivot. Let's do a pivot. Okay, that's... Okay, the laser comes from... Okay, no. I now know what you meant. Okay, that's funny. Across my ultimate, let's go! Another one, choo! Choo! Okay, I'm looking for Litwigs and Shinx as well. Because I need 5 lights. I think. Let's do this. Wait, this, okay. Or do we even need Litwick and Shinx? Now we can replace Taurus with Shinx. Apini, we don't need you. I could just go for Aquatic, so we go for... not Aquatic, Amorphous. No, we need a better unit than Taurus, 100%. Because Taurus is useless now. So we need Amorphous units. We take Ghastly, I think. Just take the Shinx for now. I haven't seen a single Ditto. Oh, there's a Ditto, okay. Nice, nice. I like the change we did. I'm not sure if we are winning, but I like the change. We can just do this. Also, protective pets aren't only good against normal and fossils, like normal field sound fairy or fossils, but also against dragons. So it's also good against dragon teams. Here we get Aqua Egg, Green Orb, City Flower. No, game is waiting. No idea how to play this comp. Where are you? Are you playing? Oh yeah, the game was lagging. Oh, fairy. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I got fairy after trying sounds. Oh. No, what? Oh, come on. 1 HP. Never ever. It was this Fiona on 1 HP. This was such a good game. It was such a good chance to... this was lucky. Like, this was very lucky. Also, I think I needed Neubert instead of Gibble, probably. Or instead of Tyrants. Oh, there was Solosis that I was looking for. Yeah, unlucky. Let's just join the quick play. Oh, not quick play. No, let's join quick play. Let's fight some quick games. If I got the other sound, maybe the Switch would have been too bad, but guess who got... Timple is annoying, yeah. Oh, we got Quime in the match. Quime! Quime. So I would love to get one more good game. I both hate and love sound. Yeah, same. I love playing sound, but I hate playing against it. Playing against sound is so annoying. But it's like very fun to play. So, hello everybody, welcome back to another game of Pokemon Auto Chess. We are picking a portal. Oh, this portal is actually pretty nice. I don't know why no one is taking this one. But yeah. What region do we got? Flying Aquatic Amorphous. Oh, it's a fossil region, okay. Let's get the two foxes into battle and see. I want to donate some Edo, but it was too slow for the quick play. Oh, I'm sorry, Hands Up. I'm sorry. After this one, I will do another viewer lobby. So let's pick those. Oh, wait. We never ever play Hoppip, but we can look for the item. It's Retaliate. Don't care. Didn't ask, don't care. Well, yeah, let's take Magnemite. I think it's a breaks and starts. Emikoi, Mystic Water. Sell all of them. Charmander dealing more damage, I guess. Okay. Then I will take a magnet. We could be looking at fire game or something. Carry Chinchino didn't work. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, you need good abilities to copy, so that's where the strength of Cinccino is, I guess. First fletching at stage 32. Crazy. I mean, that's crazy. Ah, he's soon Voltorb. Yeah, let's take Hisu and Voltorb. Shit. Let's salt this and put this on here. I mean, you can also put a protective pads on here. Please be enough ability cast. Let's go. We got good goals. Good goals. This is something that irritates me. That's hovering over the pictures is underneath the damage stat. Yeah, no, we keep this, I think. Oh, that's annoying. I always have to do this now. It will be fixed next restart. Okay, nice. Thank you, Curry. That's very nice. Okay, we get more goals. Let's go. Oh, you're printing so much money, Brayson. Are you sure you're not having Payday as an ability right now? Because it surely is right now a Payday. Let's see. We could level up for the win streak. Okay, do the following. We lose against this guy 100%. Oh. Staggy, okay. Yeah, despite being nerfed, he's still in great def. Yeah, that's true. Next bug in 1 minute. Okay, that should be before Gyarados, so we have a calm Gyarados fight. Okay, we lose against this as well. Even if we have like 5 Pokemons, we would lose this. I think trying Piplup... Oh no, it raises attack. Oh, okay. I was talking some stupid shit earlier, but yeah, it's fine. We take the Litten. Protective pads, Litten here. Let's find another... Okay, we find a Charmander again. Can we find upgrades here? No. Yeah, let's lock the Litwick. Maybe we're just going for fire here. Or do we get Esper? Oh no, Esper is a regional Pokemon. Braixen is printing me money. Money. Cause Braixen likes me. And is printing me money. I really would have loved to get a Litwick evolution here, but... Nope. Yep, it's a red Gyarados. It's a shiny Gyarados. Now let's see how much money is to 57, 78. Okay, I have like money advantage. It's crazy. Ooh. Depends on my unique Pokemon. I want one of those two portals. But just imagine like a giant Pyukumuku or something. Oh, this guy. Okay. I like this. Having a giant Turtonator, maybe Turtonator is good to me now. Like Turtonator, the last few times I played it wasn't the best, but maybe now. I don't have any damage. So, yeah, I like this. With protective pets, it already has like a small shield at the beginning. So this should be nice, I think. But no, I just get run down by fighting Pokemons, okay. Okay, this was weird. I'm in Chimchar region now. Having a Torracat early on is good. User explodes, dealing 50 damage, special damage plus current shield around it. If the user has no shield, gain 75 shields instead. Yeah. Well, this is a better Pokemon to use this for, yeah. The Turtonator is not doing enough. 40 damage. I think Lava is a bit better. Nice, nice. Also, I should have locked the shop for the dragon. First, we need one more dragon. If we get like one more dragon, we are fire 8. And so level 7, we just put in a dragon and we are have 8 fire. And this is supposed to be our goal right now. So after this fight, we have to go level 7 and look for any dragon we get. And then try to win. Oh, we got the Mew already. Okay, that's good. Here we got Rotini, that's nice. Now we can replace one Pokemon. Is the game constantly freezing for you since update? Yeah, there is a problem. There are lag spikes every 10 minutes. They are currently trying to fix it, but it will take some time. Oh, Curry is even working on his lunch break, so he's taking his lunch break to fix this even. So he should be very grateful. Oh, we're getting so much money. More attack. I want to give Torracat more attack. Or Turtonator. I mean, how squishy is Turtonator? Turtonator is blocking good amount of damage. Just not dealing good amount of damage, so we boost it. Ooh, repeat ball. That's scary. Nice, nice. Also, I want another Pokemon, like another dragon than Dratini. For example, Gumi. That's a good one. Slugma is interesting. I think I should have taken the magnet. Slugma is very interesting. No, why did I put this on my Gumi? I want to put this on Eevee. I want to put in Eevee right now. Like instead of Torchic. Nah, but I guess. This is fine. Well, this is a wild team. Oh, there are two people playing wilds. Okay. Hmm. I think this is actually a very good change. Putting in the Ghost 2 unit. Gonna make my team a bit better. Oh, damn. That was a lot of damage from the Dusknoir. And Florigatito. So I'm playing Ghosts. Not really. Really, not really. Not really. I think I just play more dragons. I hope I get Reshiram, then I just play more dragons. I'll be happy. This portal would be the dream. Yeah, okay, I get it. Nice, nice. So Reshiram here would be very, very nice. So we get to replace a lot of fire units we don't necessarily need. Yeah, nice. Blue orb upgrades. Fire shards. Let me coin on here for a moment. Just looking for some dragons. Not Dino. Oh, there was Bagon. We're just missing one more dragon. Okay, there's Bagon. Okay, nice. Yeah. Is this looking good? Yeah, this is looking very good, actually. This is better. This is by far better. Firestone here, Fire Shard here. I can even play Dino over this one. It's not even bad. These items here. Not play this. Dino over this, so we get Dark on Toraket. Play Gumi over Dratini. Also, I like the aquatic buff more. Yeah, this is looking good. Hello, Chino. Hello. Okay, no, I like this. I like this. Oh, that's good. Protective pet or punching glove? I guess punching glove here. We are looking for Gumi. This is also good. But this is not a Gumi. Ghastly. No. So I'm still on 2 lives, so we can do this. Let's look at the damage. Reshiram should deal so much damage. Yeah, it does. It does so much damage. Okay, nice, nice. This is very, very good. Keep Youngmo. Maybe we could just do this and roll a little bit to 40. Or roll a little bit more. We're not using the fire shot right now because we are at like 2 lives approximately. Like we can maybe lose twice at this point. So we are saving our life here. And still no Gumi. Yeah. Oh, there's a leg. A leggy leg, a small leg, fighting, dark, okay. I think I fixed the leg spike every 10 minutes. Callum will deliver as soon as he's possible. Okay, he's available. Let's go. No one can say that the pack devs do not work. Because they even work on the game at their full-time job. Ooh, muscle band. Muscle band for Torracat? Yep. I already got like shitty items on Arctibex. Well, let's look for one Gumi. Just one Gumi. Like just one Gumi. Just one single Gumi. Just one. Okay. Do we want to play Fletchinder? No. I think I like my comp. Still no Gumi. I get the feeling that Gumi doesn't like me. Nope, nope. Excalibur before Gumi, it seems like, yeah. Seems like I'm getting Excalibur before Gumi. Wait, I fought against the Ghost, I fought this guy before. Okay, I fight against Shiyu, you know. Oh, I fight against Kasai again? Okay, never mind. Oh, Tyranitar, you doofus. I hate you. I don't need any items. Okay, by the way, Cooking Pot would have been the best item against me. I need this so bad, this Goomy. Because I need this aquatic thing. With Reshiram? No, you had to shoot into the crowd. Okay, well, it's fine. There really is no Goomy in the game. Okay, we can position properly now. Fluffy tail. Nothing. Damn. Kill this Lilligant before? Oh. I mean, they are respawned without items, so that's fine. Nothing. I need to switch these two, I think. Infernape not being hit is kinda scary. Okay, never mind. So, one Excalibur or one Goomy? Finally, we got Goomy. And are we greeting for everything? I guess, yeah. Ooh, Infernape in this position is just free fodder, I guess. Oh no, it's surviving a long time, okay. Okay, there's this leg spike. So we have to watch this for a moment. So yeah, we are waiting. We are getting this one interest in here. Let me do this. Fluffy tail, sold you specs. It's a fluffy tail on here. There is another Gumi. And we got Sligo now. Yeah, Reshiram can hit good units here. Okay, this aquatic wave saved my arse. This was close. This aquatic wave was huge. That's why I want aquatic. I want Gumi all the time, because of scenarios like this. Because Infernape was close to free hitting Reshiram. And if that happens, I would have lost. So I'm glad that this didn't happen. And we won the game. GG's to you. You got a nice Fire Dragon team of game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you next one. Bye bye. I found so many Goomies. Oh, damn. I like in the end I got some, but I could have like Incineroar. I could have gotten an Incineroar or something if I wanted to. Oh yeah, let's do a custom room. Make room public. Everyone can join. I'll be off to the toilet and then we can fight. Oh, I am back. Like 50 of my rolls were for Infernape. The last gym just didn't want to come. Oh yeah, that's unlucky. So, good luck, have fun, everyone. We're writing good luck, have fun, you too, you too, you too. Okay. What do we have? We have Washed, Alex, Blue, Ender King, Greg, Chiu, and Meg. So I have to stretch a little bit. So that's... I feel a little bit better. And this will be early streaming check. Yeah, this will be the last game for today, actually. Because after this, I have to cut the patch rundown. So it will be, so I can upload it at 16, at 16, so it's 4 PM, my time. So that it will be online on time. So that's why I will do just one more game, this one, and then I will go to cut the video. Because there are like some bits that I have to take out, like drinking, coughing. That one chatter who was being an ass. And yeah, and some stuff around. Oh yeah, Fernando. At least you can watch the last game. So it's better than missing the whole stream. That's true. More unlucky is going into his Hisuian Lilligant region and then see 0 Petulets. Oh, that's also unlucky, yeah. So, hello everybody, welcome back to another game of Pokemon All Chess. We are on the new patch 6.3. So we are testing the waters. What is good, what is bad, what do we like, what don't we like. And we will see how well we fare this game. Yeah. I see. I think maybe I will do the collector title. I mean, I can't achieve it in this game, but the collector title is a title that you get after playing every Pokemon once. So maybe we should try to look to get the collector title as quick as possible. And after every game we update how many Pokemons we've seen, like we've played already. It also makes us play Pokemons we do not use normally. Maybe that's a good idea, yeah. I like that idea. Fossil Stone, this... Let's take a Miracle Seed. Was there someone with fairies already? Let's see what the ad picks are before deciding to build anything. Nope, I'm not investing in any of those. Investing 10 in Old Ember this early is not that good of an idea. First, you don't know what everyone is playing or wants to play, so this is not that good. I at least think so. Let's do the annoying early game mash tomb thing. Build it a Stardust. I quite new, I don't know. Oh yeah, like if you pick a fossil stone, like an ember stone early on, people are discouraged to pick fossil units. Yeah, fossil is good, that's true, but people are discouraged now to pick fossil units in their ad picks, so there is the possibility that people will not pick fossil now. Because you picked an old ember. So it's like kind of mind game, you know? I mean, if everyone is a bit stupid, then it doesn't matter, but yeah. As you can see, like, there's no unit picked right now. Oh, there is 2 sound Pokemons already. That's crazy. So much access to sound currently. You will see sound so much. Like, so often. But if I just get a lot of old embers, yeah, I mean, you can do that. That's also a viable strategy, yeah. I mean, if you're able to get a lot of old embers, then go for it. I mean, old ember is one of the best items you can use. Like, the best synergy stone you can use for anything. Oh, connection loss. Attempting to reconnect. Now I have to F5. Game? Oh, it's server restart right now. Oh, there is a server restart right now. That's unlucky. I mean, it's a good thing, so let's implement it now, but unlucky. Always curse when I play field. Yeah, I mean, I would do not a lobby, so Perry's still the GOAT for this, yeah, and Caldon also the GOAT to be this quick. And not just because I got here. Yeah, I guess. The Brazilians. The Brazilian storm, yeah. I only have time for like one game, so please. I had, by the way, Enerif and Arcan for edge picks. Oh, that's crazy. And it was like, we take the non-fossil. I like updates, but I prefer the game. Yeah, I mean, it's important. Yeah, Surskit. Oh yeah. Yeah, Surskit. Oh, what was it called? Surskit? 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 I don't know. Yeah, I know what Pokemon you mean. At least, it seems so fun. Masquerain seems to be very, very good. Like, Masquerain looks so good. Bug flying buff. Yeah, I mean, yeah. A massive bug flying buff. But Masquerain looks so, so good. Kinda hate how good Masquerain looks. With yesterday, I dropped from almost 1200 to 1.6 due to 2 games crashing, and somehow I got wrecked down. Oh. That sucks. Yeah, if we can't connect now, then... Okay, we can't connect. And I can't wait any longer to start the game. Because I'm hungry and I have to get everything done in time. So... No last game, sorry guys. Unless while I'm saying stuff, the game suddenly starts, but... I think this is the end of the stream then. I hope you guys enjoyed the patch rundown and the games we could play. So, if you like the stream, don't be shy to leave a like, subscribe on YouTube, and to follow me on Twitch. And maybe subscribe on Twitch. I mean, if you have like a buck for me, why not? But yeah, see ya, bye bye.